What's up everyone, my name is Kyle and I will be showing you my fish tank today, giving you some hints and tips on how to run and successfully care for a fish tank. As you can see, this is a 55 gallon. I have my bubble walls set up on the side, as you can see. Got about 3 of them. I have 3 live plants in my tank. A little bit of moss floating in there. My temperature is currently set to about 80 degrees. So far, this tank has been running for about 3 months. Have about 3 live plants in there. You can see they have the castles, the stone gravel, the flowers, the decorations. You can see the different types of fish I have, mostly mollies. There's about 7 mollies in there. There is a rainbow shark. You have your tetras. There is your Australian rainbow, still a baby. We have, if you look real closely in here, there is a full-grown striped Raphael catfish, but he only comes out when it's dark. I have my 2 almost full-grown angelfish in here. I've had them for a while. Yeah, this is, have about 20 fish total in here, so you don't want to overstock, because overstocking will leave you with very high nitrates, and too high of nitrates can also be harmful to a fish. Now, I know you see this bala shark back here. Bala sharks are supposed to get very big, and they are not suitable for a 55 gallon. However, I am just holding on to this guy for a while till he gets bigger and we can upgrade. Yeah, other than that, I have about a couple moss pads. There's one. There is a little driftwood back here, another rainbow shark, and I have another patch of moss right here. Moss is very good for fish because they like to eat it, and it also produces that good bacteria in your fish tank. See, a lot of people's problem is that they constantly do water changes to their tank. I mean, I've heard of people doing 50% water changes in a matter of 3 or 4 days. That is not the way to do it. My way to do it is I barely use any chemicals. I don't like using chemicals in my tank. Anything that basically you won't find in the wild rivers is what I want my fish tank to have. Like, you're obviously not going to put, water conditioner in the river or anything like that, so why do they need it in here? Look at that sailfin molly. Looks so awesome. When he spreads his wing, look at that. Oh man, that's awesome. I love that. Yeah, they're sailfin mollies. But, yeah, so the more water change you do, the more harm you're going to do to your bacteria liner in the tank. See, the fish need good bacteria in order to thrive and, be able to breathe in a fish tank. And if you're constantly doing water changes, then you're not giving the tank enough time to produce that good bacteria. Now, I also have a Cascade 1000 spray bar in my tank that is connected right here. In another video, I will show you how I take it apart, how I fill it, and how I assemble it. But for now, we'll just talk about the depths of it. So this has been running without me changing it now for about a week. There's about 3 floss pads in there. I have bio rings, the black coarse sponge, and also carbon. Now, all that is very important. Now, this down here, I don't know if you can see it, but down here in this bottom basket there is a black coarse sponge that you're really never supposed to touch. Because as the water is leaving your fish tank, it's running through this machine, and all that good bacteria gets trapped in that coarse sponge. So when you change it, I will do it step by step on one of my videos. You are not to touch that coarse sponge. Maybe just rinse it off a little bit, but I wouldn't even do that. Because that bacteria, even if you were to do a 50% water change, that bacteria that's caught up on that black sponge will keep putting the good water back into your tank. So even if you did do a big water change to clean the gravel or whatever, then yeah, so you don't want to let your gravel get too bad, but then again, they also need it for that good bacteria. Now, I haven't cleaned my gravel in over 3 months. And as you can see, even with 20 fish in this tank, my gravel still looks like it's brand new. Even with all the fish in here and all the waste that they produce, I still have no need to vacuum my gravel. As many people think that they have to do vacuums once a week, once every 2 weeks, not recommended. I'll vacuum my gravel maybe once every 4 to 6 months. Because all you're doing when you vacuum is killing the whole bacteria that the fish need. And as you can see, my tank is not even that dirty. So, the fact that this has been running now for about 3 to 4 months, and I have not done one gravel vac. Not one. I haven't changed the water at all. The only chemical I use in this tank, right here, baby, API tap water conditioner. And also another very good thing is this right here. This, when you do your water change and when you finally do clean your gravel after 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, add about 4 capfuls of that into your tank. And what it'll do is it'll keep your pH balance perfect. It'll keep your nitrates levels at a minimum. What I also use, which works great, sorry about the camera, guys, I don't really have everything yet. I'm doing this from my phone, and I'm just seeing how it goes. But I have this nitrate pad. Let me see if I can just move the thing. And this right here, as you can see what it does, it traps any particle that's in the water, and it keeps your nitrates at a safe level for the fish. So, and once again, on my next video, I will show you how to set up the canister and how to clean it. But for now, I have, this is a 250 watt heater. Keeps the tank at about 80 degrees because they're not in view right now. But I also have 2 full-grown killie loaches in here, which only come out at night. And I also have my LEDs that I can change to whatever color. Now, I also want to talk about the amount of money that people put in their tanks. Now, I would love to do a video on ick and fish disease, because I know for a fact people do not know how to handle ick. They dump all this medication into the tank, turns their whole tank blue, their water blue. Believe me, I have done it myself, but I have found different ways on how to handle ick. Now, ick is a fish disease that only occurs when a fish is stressed. Now, in order for a fish to be stressed, it could be the water temperature not being suitable for them. It could be there's no nitrates in your tank. It could be you have too high of nitrates in your tank. Or it could just be that someone's getting bullied. But all it takes is for that fish to get a little bit stressed, in not so perfect water for them to get ick. Now, if that fish gets ick, it can easily transfer to any other fish in the tank. But I will say this now, a healthy fish cannot get ick. Let me say that again. A healthy fish cannot get ick. As for example, this Australian rainbow right here. If he is in his right temperature, if there's no other fish in the tank that's bothering him, which there's not, and if the water parameters are good, he is swimming around happily and very freely. But say, for example, if I cranked the temperature up to 90 degrees, or did a 50% water change and killed the good bacteria in the tank, he would end up stressing, getting sick, and he will end up getting ick, which will transfer to your other fish, and then you have a big problem. Now, I don't use medications anymore when I get ick. What I found works really great is this right here. This is a inline sterilizer, which, as water is going back into the tank, it goes through my sterilizer before it goes back into my tank. Now, that sterilizer is killing all the parasites and all the diseases in the tank as it's pushing it back into the water. So as long as the fish does not become stressed, you will not get an ick in your tank. And even if you do get ick, by some rare occurrence after buying this, then you can actually see the first day that you get ick and you install this inline sterilizer, do not add any medication, do not add anything. Just hook up that sterilizer and give it 3 days. In about 3 days, you will see the fish clearing up of spots and getting back just to the way he was. As you can see, where is he at? I had a black sailfin molly in here that not too long ago got ick. And I left him alone in this tank, in this water, with my sterilizer. And within about a week, his spots were gone. He was eating again. And he's completely back to normal. There he is, up there at the top. See him right there behind the bubble wall? He was covered in ick from head to toe. Or fin to fin. And within a couple days, my sterilizer killed the disease. And everything was better. Now, this being my first video, I'm not going to go into how you clean your gravel, which one video I will do, and I will show you the correct way on how to do it, so you don't bring out too much water, and you don't kill the bacteria. When you do a water change on this kind of tank, I wouldn't bring it anywhere to about here. Nowhere more than that. Because all you're doing is stressing the fish out, and that's going to cause a problem. So, if you learned anything from this video, it would be that you don't need a lot of money to have a functioning fish tank. All you need to have is the right equipment. See, the most important things to have is your canister filter. Because then you can do the inline sterilizer, and it'll make your problems so much easier. Sterilizer's about $50. Canister, about $60 if you get it on Amazon. And for about $100, just getting this set up can almost guarantee you that you will never get ick again. And in later videos, I will once again show you what I put in it, how to set it up, how to clean the UV light, and how to gravel vac your fish tank. So, I don't know how I did for my first video. I hope I was very informative. But if you guys would like to know more and ask questions on certain things about freshwater fish tanks, I will be gladly happy to do a video on them and talk about them. But as for now, you just look at the fish in here. Oh, my Raphael is moving around. See, the greatest thing about it is the live plants and all the moss I have in here. I only feed these guys maybe once every 2 days. And as you can see, they are doing great. Absolutely great. Bala Shark's happy. But like I said, when he gets bigger, he has to go to a new home. And also up here, I have some killifish swimming up there. Those guys like to stay at the top, but look how beautiful. Look how beautiful they are. Orange tails. You can see that their colors are just shining in my tank. And this is how they look after not cleaning my gravel in about 3 to 4 months. And not cleaning my canister filter in the last 3 months. Now, yes, I do have to clean it soon, but all I would be doing is just replacing the floss pads, which I will be showing you. I don't even touch the bottom basket where the black coarse sponge and all the bacteria is. Don't even touch it. Just keep it the way it is, keep it dirty, and put it right back in, because that is going to make sure that your fish are healthy and are doing their best. So, once again, my name is Kyle, and I will be trying to continue these videos if you guys like them. And I will be showing you where to get these fish, how to set up everything, and how to make sure that your fish don't die. See, most of these things are from Walmart, like the flowers. I know a lot of people would say that this fish tank might look cramped, but as the fish get bigger, I will be removing things so they have more room to, swim around. I need the helicopter because this Raphael catfish, oh, look at him. Look at him. You can see his face and his little whiskers. He's about 6 inches long, and he's a big boy. He's a very, very big boy. But he's a very peaceful fish, and he doesn't bother anyone. I know another myth is that you can't have 2 rainbow sharks in a tank together. Well, I can tell you from experience that you can have 2 rainbow sharks together, because I have 2 rainbow sharks. Now, it says that when they mature, they will end up chasing each other and killing each other. But as long as you have places like tunnels, little caves for them to hide, you will not have a problem. And they will function and live peacefully with each other. Isn't the jellyfish cool? Just sticking right into the ground. And all those rocks, they glow in the dark. Here, check this out, guys. See? Look at that. Just turn this other light off. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is. And look, there's the dark rainbow shark back there. See him back there. And I also have an albino rainbow shark. They don't even bother with each other. Like, once in a while, they'll swim by each other, but they don't bother with each other. Oh, look at that sailfin molly. Sailfin mollies are beautiful. They're absolutely gorgeous. And the colors in the night are absolutely stunning. See, like, I got the plants that glow in the dark, so do the jellyfish. And that's Little light through the cave. Got your moss. Absolutely beautiful. I love fish tanks, but, you know, I'm not a millionaire. I don't even have much money. But it's just a hobby of mine. I don't have the room for a second tank. And this is just one tank, and I do my best to make sure it looks great. Now, I do have some breeding going on in this tank. Like, a lot of my mollies breed. But when the fry are hatched or born, it's eaten up by this guy. My bala shark and the catfish down here. Those fish won't even get to be born because my sharks will eat it. These two rainbow sharks, the albino and the regular one, have been known to mate in this tank. And if I actually did get a second tank, which I might, depending on if I get views and if I get followers for this tank, or this video, that I will buy a second tank, and it will just be for breeding. Now, I have at least 3 sets of fish in this tank that are breeding. My mollies, my rainbow shark, and my killifish all breed. But like I said, the babies never make it because of the fish I have in here and how they eat them. So, on that note, I am going to end this video. I just wanted to have you guys see my tank. I will make more videos and be more informative on precisely how to do a water change, how long to leave your tank before a water change, what happens when your fish do get ick and how to handle it, because medications really only make the fish worse, in my opinion. It only makes the fish worse. All you really need is their natural environment and a UV light to kill the parasites, and the fish will be fine. Like I said, you shouldn't even need to vacuum your gravel. At least after about 4 to 5 months, I would vacuum your gravel. And when you do decide to vacuum it, only vacuum half the tank. Wait 4 months, 5 months, vacuum half the tank, wait another month, and then vacuum the other half. Because that way, you're not killing all the good bacteria in one cleaning. See, if you only do half, then you still have the other half that's still producing the good bacteria. If you do it all at once, your fish are likely to start getting stressed, and in the morning time, you'll likely find out that they have ick and they're hiding at the bottom. So you never, ever, ever want to kill that good bacteria, because it'll be very, very stressful for the fish. Any questions you guys have for me, feel free to ask. If you want me to do a video on certain things, once again, leave me a comment. As for now, my name is Kyle, and I am going to be helping you and showing you how to manage a fish tank on a budget with no chemicals, nothing. And we will end it at that.